So normally I do gameplay commentaries and things like that to do with Modern Warfare 3, but today I thought I'd go over how to make a basic thumbnail. Now I feel like this is a lot of people on YouTube have problems with thumbnails, and like if you're new, you don't want to be paying people to do this. You want to try and learn to do it yourself, and there's a lot of programs you can use. In this, I'm going to be using Photoshop. You can get Photoshop for free if you want. You know, I'm not going to tell you how, but you can do it. Just search it on YouTube or something. There's a lot of things you can do now, and or you can pay for it if you want. I do. It's a great program, to be honest. Or there's a lot of free ones online. You know, there's like GIMP and stuff that's free. There's a lot of things online that you can use nowadays. But if you want to make thumbnails like a lot of people use, or the ones that I have, I'm not in any way amazing at this. This is just the way I do it. There might be better ways, but this is the basic way. So I've got Photoshop open here, as you can see. And what you want to do first is whatever your gameplay is, you want to like set up a private match or just get a screenshot of some kind. The way I do it is a private match, and I'll quickly switch over to my Xbox. So right here, this is the Xbox, and we are on just a private match getting set up right now. So a couple of things you want to do is set a map that has like a nice backdrop, like colors wise. Obviously Quarry's in Brazil, has nice blue sky and green kind of trees and stuff. So it's a good map for this. Game rules, you want to go to gameplay and put it to hardcore being on, because it gets rid of the HUD. And it doesn't really matter what mode. And you literally just start the game up. Right, so now we spawned into Quarry. I'm going to do this with a knife because it's nice and easy to cut out, to be honest. But you can do this with any gun. You can do it with, yeah, literally any gun you want. Make sure you choose what camo you want on your knife or in your thumbnail / screenshot. And that's going to be basically what we're going for here, is a screenshot. So I like to stand about here because you get a nice bit of blue. You get a nice bit of the map in there. You can actually change this background if you want after. It's more how I do it anyway. But you basically here just want to inspect, and you want to choose a good spot, and you want to try and get a screenshot of the good spot that you like. So I'm going to go for there, and I know I screenshot using my OBS system, which is like record this gameplay and stuff on, but you can obviously just press the middle button on an Xbox and then press Y to screenshot. There's a lot of ways you can screenshot an Xbox, is what I'm saying, so you haven't got to use this way. This is just the best way that I think is easiest for me. So then we'll go back into my Photoshop screen record program. No I won't. I didn't mean Photoshop screen record program at all. I just meant Photoshop. And just so you can see, this is Streamlabs that I've just screen printed, or like screen captured kind of thing. And there probably are better ways to do this, to be honest, but this is just the way that I've done it because it's easy for me. And then you basically make it look like you've got a nice picture with no HUD around it, and you get a nice screenshot. I can move this out of the way. So the next thing I like to do is I'll make that a little bit smaller. So that's what we're with at the moment. That is just a screenshot of the screen, and that is all you need to do on Xbox. You can leave that for now. Xbox can just go over there, and then we've got to stay on the computer for the rest of the time. So how I like to do this is I like to cut out the gun and the knife, like the hand here, because you can put effects on it that make it look a bit cooler, I think, and it just makes it stand out a bit more, because that's what you want to stand out as like the main thing. Then the background you kind of want just to be there and look cool. I like to keep it as maps because they're kind of recognizable, but you can change the background. I'll show you this in a minute, that's fine. So what I do here is you need to basically cut out this, and there's a lot of ways you can do this. You can use a rubber and go old-fashioned. You can do this way, and if you click on the quick selection tool here and then go to select subject, if it's nice and easy to cut out like this is, it should just kind of make a nice line around it, just like that. So I'm not sure why we got a bit of tree in there, but we can cut that out after, that's fine. This does the most of the job for us. So you can see there that literally, I'll just get rid of that line, and that is pretty perfect, to be honest. It doesn't have to be perfect because you in the background you have it cut out already, so that's basically what we just made. Then I'd probably just grab the rubber and make it a bit bigger. Then just get rid of all this excess bits you don't really need. It doesn't have to be good. I don't want it to take long because I'm trying to show you the easy way to do it. Obviously you can take hours doing these if you want to, but if you're new to doing YouTube and you haven't really got the time or to do that, and this is the best way to do it. So there we go, it's cut out now. That is cut out enough for my liking. And then you can just put this back on, and then this is quite the cool bit. This is what I use. Obviously there's a lot of ways you can do this as well, but if you go up to filter here, and you go to filter, and then you go to camera raw filter, this kind of makes you just add loads of effects and change the brightness and stuff, and you'll get a lot of options. Let me just move this to the right screen because it can pop up on my other one. So you get this screen pop up, and you can change all of the exposure and stuff, and obviously it changes how it looks. So instead of doing that, I actually go to the presets, and I always use the futuristic ones because like in the future there's a lot of colours. That's what I always think of, and I always go for 2 or 5. Just so you can see that this screen is always really laggy. 2 and 5 for me are the most standout, and you can I normally click on the 2. And then you can change up here with the presets. You can make it a bit like darker or lighter. But in terms of this one, you want it to look quite dark. Is what I always go for. It's so laggy, this screen. Then you press OK and it changes on screen there. So you can see how much more that really stands out. And then you can do the same thing with the background. If you go to filter and it just comes up as the last one you used. I just click that again. And you magically get a much brighter color palette screen. So now your thumbnail is actually looking alright. What I like to do now is literally go to blur and then Gaussian blur. I don't even know how to say that word. Whatever, blur your background and look how much that stands out now. And then from there, everyone knows how to add fonts normally. So you literally just click here and you. So we'll just write knife. Nope, that's Nige. No, what Nige? Knife. Make it a bit bigger. Then you can do what you want with this, really. I have my own kind of fonts I've made a long time ago that I just use because I enjoy them, and it makes it a bit quicker. But if you want to adjust it, you just double click down here and you get this little box pop up. And from here, the most important things are probably to go for the gradient overlay, so we'll stick with red. It looks right. Then you go with the outer glow and it makes it look kind of pop. You can put a little shadow on it as well if you want, and make it look kind of, there we go, do that. Drop shadows, you want to do it like that. And that already looks kind of cool. You can spend a lot of time doing this, and that's why I said I've got my own. Like if you do a bit of inner glow, it can make it look better if you've got the right presets on or shadows. There's a lot of stuff you can do with this, but I'm not going to teach you how to do all that now. So you got knife, and then you can just duplicate that and just put like gameplay underneath it or something. And also what I quite like about having this knife layer on top of it is that you can kind of put it underneath and it makes it look a bit real. I don't know how to describe it, but if I do that and then put like knife gameplay there, it just makes it look a bit cooler sometimes if you can put stuff underneath. On this I probably wouldn't, but on certain things it's really helpful to do that. So there you have knife gameplay. It's very simple and it's not that hard to do, but I figured it out and I just thought some people this might actually benefit. But that's the way that I make basic thumbnails. I'm sure I can make them a lot better if I wanted to, but that literally took me, what, like 5 minutes? Probably 5 or 6 minutes. So it's really not difficult to do. And the main thing is probably getting the screenshot for some people if they don't have OBS and don't use like screen recording systems. But I feel like anyone that's trying to make thumbnails probably has systems on a computer that you can record your gameplay with, because that's the whole point. So yeah, there's a lot of ways you can screenshot your gameplay pretty much, and that is the basic way that I make thumbnails. I hope it helped someone out. That's the point of this. If it did, I make a lot of gameplay stuff normally, to be honest. I don't really do graphics side of things, but you know, I'm alright at it, so hopefully I taught someone something. But cheers guys, thanks for watching. If you liked it, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, do what you feel like doing, and peace out for now.